As we have been building our new house, we have been living inside our barn, inside a tiny home that we built ourselves.
Yeah, 6 of us in 600 square feet of pure luxury. Luxurious.
So when we finished the tiny home about a year ago, we did a full walkthrough of our floor plan in here, but what we have not done is done a full layout walkthrough in our new house for you guys.
Yeah, so we figured for today's video, we'll take you back out to the main house, which is still under construction. And I'll just kind of give you a general feel for the layout and talk to you about some of our future plans or what it is we'd like to do with the home.
Yes, but before we do that, I'm going to go get myself a drink.
Sounds good. I'll meet you outside.
All right.
This way. Melissa, this way.
I'm
going to go this way.
Before I go meet Jeremy outside, I want to make sure I get my little energy boost for the morning. I was up to 3 and 4 cups of coffee a day, which is just way too much. But with the days getting shorter and our build schedule getting tighter, we're trying to get inside before the snow flies. I discovered Athletic Greens, and I'm really excited about this supplement because I think it's really going to help me simplify my health routine. Athletic Greens is a daily supplement that has 75 different ingredients, including vitamins, minerals, superfoods, and probiotics for digestion. I love that I don't have to find a whole mess of different vitamins to take because AG1 actually has the perfect combination of essential minerals and fatty acids to get my energy levels up and keep them up all day long. The best part about AG1 is how convenient it is. Just 1 scoop or 1 travel packet, 8 ounces of water, shake it up, and that's it, you're good to go. Get your greens. Go to athleticgreens.com/goodsimpleliving to get started on your order today. Athletic Greens is going to give our community a free year of immune supporting vitamin D plus 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Now I'm going to get out there and join Jeremy.
Welcome in. You just missed the guy repairing our truss. Looks a lot better. You don't see it?
Oh, yes, I do. Is it totally fixed?
Totally fixed.
Wow. Nice. Good news.
Before we jump into this home tour, we thought we'd give you guys a real quick update on the faulty gable end truss that we were dealing with here. We talked about in our last video. We had a big issue where the center 2x4 on the truss was actually bulging outward and pushing out our exterior zip sheeting. So we had one of the workers from the manufacturer of the truss company come by this morning and kind of get things shored up. He was able to, somehow, I actually missed this part of it, but he was able to pull that 2x4 back inward where it belongs, and then he stuck up a bunch of bracing to where it should no longer warp whatsoever. We should be good to go. That exterior gable end now is all nice and flat. We can get our siding up and it should no longer be an issue. Another quick update for you guys. We actually got pretty much all of our HVAC run throughout the house. All the ductwork is in, all the ventilation for our stove, the bathroom vents, all that has all been run throughout the house, which is great. Unfortunately, the furnace itself and the actual heat pump unit are both on back order, so it's gonna be a couple more weeks until we get those in and installed.
And I'm currently standing in our kitchen sink.
So the tour begins. Welcome to the sink, everyone.
So to get our home tour kicked off, we will start with the basics. We are building a 2,100 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home ourselves here in North Idaho.
Let's get this tour started here in what we refer to as the great room. So we like a very open floor plan. We like to have this big wide open space specifically for entertaining, spending time with family, stuff like that. So within the great room, half of it is being designated as basically a living area, living space. The other half of it will be Melissa's dream kitchen. So for the living area, we're planning on having a really nice, big, comfortable couch that'll accommodate all of us. We're a large family, there's 6 of us. So they'll be set basically in this general area here. Melissa was insistent that she get a designated outlet specifically for her Christmas garland. The outlet has even been labeled garland because Melissa likes to decorate for the holidays, and it's also a dream of hers to have outlets kind of all over the place to get Christmas lights and all that sort of stuff set up.
So this window setup just says I need a big lit Christmas garland to look out at the snow. So the outlet is totally necessary, Jeremy.
You should see how many boxes of holiday decorations we have in the pole barn.
I whittled it down.
It's ridiculous. So I know we said we have the majority of our HVAC system installed at this point, with a couple small exceptions. It'll be a heat pump unit, which will be really nice because we can keep ourselves nice and cool in the summertime and warm in the wintertime. Despite that, we are also doing a wood stove here in the home. Melissa and I love the heat. We like wood heat. It's something we've had for a long time now, and just ambiance-wise, goes a long way in a home. So that that wood stove is gonna be set here in the corner of the living space is what we're thinking. We don't know exactly what that's gonna look like as of yet. This front wall in the house was a total pain for us to get done, get built. I made a number of mistakes with getting all of our framing done. The gable end windows, if you guys watched that video, were kind of a pain to install as well, as was this 3 door sliding unit that we have here. It's just a lot of weight. It was really cumbersome to deal with, but I'm so happy that we have it in. We have always wanted one in our home, and our property and situation here just really lended itself to it. We wanted to bring the outdoors in and have the indoors out and kind of have it be a seamless transition. It's a beautiful thing that we're gonna be able to sit on our couch and gaze out at our beautiful mountain views.
So for the front wall, I didn't want to just do traditional drywall, so we've been talking about a really fun idea for it, but we're not exactly going to tell you guys what it is because one, I'm not sure it's going to work out. Two, it's a surprise.
Yeah, can we pull that off?
I think so, and I think it would look awesome if we do.
Yeah, we're not going to be using a whole bunch of very traditional, conventional materials in here. This room is kind of grand. We want it to feel that way at least. So we're going to be using a tongue and groove product up on the ceiling, rather than just standard drywall. Like Melissa said, we'll have that special surprise on the front wall. And then for flooring, we don't really know what we're doing yet.
No,
right?
We're still throwing around ideas for that. But what we really want to just have in the whole house is like an outdoorsy, rustic, lodgy kind of feel.
Right.
When we first designed the home, we knew that we wanted a complete open floor plan, so that if somebody's in the kitchen cooking or eating, they can talk to and see the people that are in the living room. So we decided to divide the two rooms to make it two separate spaces, but still open using a large island. And then we will have a large basin kitchen sink here. We're going back and forth on materials. I kind of want a big copper farm sink. Jeremy wants tactical black. So we'll see who wins that one, but it'll be a large basin, single basin kitchen sink here, and then our dishwasher on the front, and then everything back here will just be for sitting and eating. So a lot of people were a little worried that while I was washing dishes or working at the sink, I would not be able to see my view. So our sink will be facing out towards the view, which is incredible. So I can be here doing my thing at the sink. I don't plan on spending a lot of time at the sink because I'm really looking forward to utilizing my dishwasher. I haven't had a dishwasher in 2 years. I'm not hand washing dishes anymore. But when I am at the sink, I can see out and I can see the family. So for the flow of the kitchen, we will have our refrigerator right here. We're just gonna do like a standard double door refrigerator, and then a small amount of counter, and then a propane stove. So another question was, why don't you use natural gas for your stove? That is just not an option out here where we live really far out, super rural. Natural gas does not exist out here. I do a lot of canning, especially pressure canning when it comes to meat and vegetables. So having a gas option is really important. So I'm hoping to do like a 6 to 8 burner propane stove. Double ovens would be just a dream. And then we will vent all that out through a hood. I know that you can do downdrafts for hoods, but I actually just really like the way that a kitchen hood looks. I've always wanted one. It just makes me feel like I'm, cooking in Italy or something when I'm making spaghetti. So then past the stove is countertop central. I'm so excited. From going from the trailer and having this much counter to the tiny home and having this much counter, I'm really excited to have this whole space. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah, it's going to be a big wraparound countertop. And then at the very end here, over by what is the doorway to our master bedroom, we're going to have a little workstation set up, right?
Yeah, so the counter will probably go to about here with overhead storage and then just under cabinets as well. And then here it's going to actually go down and be desk level. So if I'm editing or working on a video or whatever I'm doing at the computer, I'm still part of the living space, which is really important. That's what we want. We didn't want somebody going and closing themselves off in an office and then just not being part of the family. So right now I do all my editing on the couch. So it's gonna be really nice to have this little station where I'm still part of what's going on, but I can't be distracted by the TV. And my favorite part of the entire kitchen is my pantry room. I've always just had a little pantry closet, so I decided I was gonna do an entire room for food storage. On this side of the pantry, we're going to do a counter with a storage underneath and then racks up above. And then we also want to do a big chest freezer in here just to give us some more storage space. And then this whole side of the pantry will be racks. I do a lot of jars of canned food a year. So the reason that we didn't put any windows along this entire pantry is because you do not want sunlight or natural light coming in and hitting your jarred food. So this pantry needs to be kept at a cool temperature and also needs to be completely dark.
So you may be thinking to yourself that this is a ridiculously large pantry, which it kind of is. But
it is not.
I think it is. It's a lot of space. At the far back end of the pantry, we're actually going to be building another wall to serve as a partition between what's going to be basically a utility space. We have our fresh air return here on the far side of what will be that utility room, and then next to that we're planning to do our water heater. So it'll be hidden, concealed, kind of tucked away in the deepest part of the house, and we won't have to worry about it, but it'll still be accessible for us to get some work done when need be. Welcome to the master bedroom, or the master wing, as we always like to jokingly refer to it. The layout of our house is pretty simple. In the very middle, you have that great room that we talked about. This end is obviously the master wing. Opposite side of the house is for the kids with their bedroom, so we always call that and refer to that as the kids wing. So for the master bedroom, we plan on getting our bed situated on this very back wall. That'll allow for us to wake up every day and look out the slider at the beautiful views that we're very blessed to have here on our property. On this side of our bedroom, you can see we have this nice window that allows for a lot of natural light to come in. This is actually facing south, so not only do we get that natural light, but we get to peer outside at our garden. We're big gardeners, so it's always nice to peek out and see how your veggies are doing. Very simple room. We're not real busy people. We don't like a busy bedroom, so it can be a pretty basic setup. And past that, we can move on and go through the walk-through closet. So yeah, walk-through closet. I know it's kind of a unique feature. A lot of people know what walk-in closets are, but a walk-through closet, the reason we call it a walk-through closet is because not only can you walk in, but you can walk through it and go to our bathroom. It's kind of a unique setup, but it's what we liked. Another common question that came up with this particular part of the house is, why aren't there more windows? Well, we plan on using this closet to kind of get dressed and undressed every day. We didn't want people, or even the possibility of just some random person walking up and just made us uncomfortable. It's kind of weird.
Are you afraid the horses are gonna look in at you?
Yeah, just the last thing I need is see Lexi and Coda out there staring at me while I'm getting undressed. Nobody wants to see that, Melissa. Also, at the far back end of our walk-through closet is our crawl space, access hatch, and eventually here in the near future, we're going to also have to frame out a little ceiling hatch that will allow us access up into our attic space. We can get all that vented and insulated.
So now as I walk through our walk-through closet.
Ooh, a live demonstration of the walk-through?
Yes.
Fancy.
We'll be entering the master bathroom. So the first little room inside the master bathroom is Jeremy's private little potty room.
Melissa's poop palace, let's be real.
Yeah, so Jeremy likes to have the toilet separated, which, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
I don't know why you're pinning all this on me.
That has its own little venting window. And then as you come out of the toilet room, there's going to be a double sink vanity here with a mirror. Originally, we were going to try to do some kind of natural lighting up here with a window or something, but with the 8-foot ceilings and the height of a vanity plus a mirror, there was just really no room for it. So we just did the window over in the toilet room. And then as you step over here, we're going to do a pretty large custom shower. We're going to be tiling this out ourselves, and it's got double heads so that we can have family meetings in here. Not family meetings, but like meetings between Jeremy and I.
What kind of meetings we talking about, Melissa?
We do a lot of decision making in the shower.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, decision making in the shower. So anyway, it's a double-headed shower. We built out our own shower inside the tiny home, so we got a little bit of experience with that kind of a thing, but I'm really excited about this. We've never worked with tile before, so it'll be pretty fun.
So welcome to what we are tentatively referring to as the girls' rooms. We have 2 daughters. Our 15-year-old daughter will probably be 16 by the time we move in here, so she's entertaining the idea of actually staying in a tiny home within the barn. We'll see where it goes. Anyway, in this room, we do have a standard size closet. It'll have a couple of sliding doors to allow you access into it. Nothing real special. Typical bedroom closet. On the far side, we are planning on doing bunk beds if we have both girls in the room, and if not, then this will just be Kira's room all by herself. She gets to stare out her sliding glass door at what is maybe the best perspective of our view from inside the house, funny enough. They have a great view. It looks at the focal point of our mountain view perfectly. I don't know how they ended up getting the best part of our view, but they did.
We should switch the wings around. You want to live in this little bedroom?
A little late. I'm not moving the walls around.
We could give Kira the master wing. I think she'd be fine with it.
What's done is done. I'm not doing this again.
So when exiting the girls' room, we will go ahead and go to the next room over, which is our mud room.
That is good backwards walking.
Thank you. I practice it a lot. So I've never had a mudroom. Sounded like a really good idea while living on a farm. So this will eventually become probably the entrance we use the most when we do our garage build.
A garage build?
Yes, once we're done with the house, we hope to be putting a garage on. I don't know if it's going to be attached or not, but it'll probably have a living space up above it. It's going to be another really cool build, but we don't have that yet, and we will not even be starting on that until the house is finito. In the meantime, we'll probably be parking our cars there, coming through here with groceries, and then anytime that like Jeremy's outside getting all muddy and dirty or something like that, hopefully he will come in this door and not the living room door.
No promises.
Drop his boots at the door. I want to do a bench here with shoe storage or boot storage underneath, and then hooks for coats because we're in North Idaho and we have a lot of coats and snow clothes and things like that. Here will be a utility sink, which will be used to wash things like root vegetables that are really dirty from the garden before hauling them through the house into the kitchen. And then just if we're outside working and we need to wash our hands, if you have to go to the bathroom and you're outside, you can access the mudroom, and then you can access the guest bath or the kids' bath through this door. So on this side, next to the utility sink, will be the washer and dryer. So it's just really a walk-through room that's going to house a washer, dryer, and a sink, and also give us access to the bathroom. This is our guest bath or our kids' bathroom, and so as I mentioned, it's got access from the mudroom, but you can also go through the main living space. They're going to have a double sink vanity here, and then just a traditional mirror. Over here, we're going to be probably, I don't know if we're going to frame it out or just do a freestanding linen closet for all their towels and things like that. Toilet, and then just a standard bathtub shower combination shower for them.
No double heads?
No double heads for the kids, no fancy tile shower or anything like that. We're keeping it pretty simple, and then we wanted to do a bathtub option also because it's just nice to have at least one bathtub in the house for washing the dog or if one of the girls wants to take a bath.
So the last room we have to show you here in the interior of our house is going to be for our boys. We have 2 young boys, sons. They're good boys. They deserve a nice room, which they're getting. But they do not have a sliding glass door like the girls do.
Aww.
So the boys will be stuck
Not
with
that
this,
good.
I think it's what, 4x5 foot window?
Yeah.
Right? They still have a nice view out the back. It's just not nearly as nice as the girls. Other than that, pretty standard room. We'll probably do bunk beds again on the far end of the room, and they also have access to their own standard size closet that'll match the girls with a couple sliding doors. Pretty straightforward. Suit them just fine.
I will say that your backwards walking skills are also not bad.
I'm on point. Listen, lots of practice, right?
So that is the grand tour of our home.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. We're now going to take you back outside and show you some of the things that we've been working on, and once again talk about some of our plans for the future.
When we planned out our large timber frame overhang, we knew that we wanted a nice large covered area to entertain. So we're going to be doing a patio off the front of the house instead of a deck, because here in North Idaho, wooden decks don't really last very long if they're not completely undercover. So we're going to do a stamp stained free edge patio. It will run from that side of the house, free edge all the way over, actually stick out probably about 6 feet past the overhang, and then go all the way to that side of the house. And then we may do a little walkway that leads to the garage as well.
This is our master bedroom slider. We will have stairs that lead from each one of the 3 sliding glass doors at the front of our house down to the concrete patio that Melissa was talking about. Now on this particular part of the patio, I'm very excited. Reason being, I'm hoping to make a lifelong dream come true of buying a hot tub, getting that thing set out here. We can use it year round, whether it be summertime, wintertime. Can't wait to make that happen. In the wintertime, hey, we can sit out here in the snow and run right back into the master bedroom if we have to warm up. Cannot wait. I'm so looking forward to that. On the overhang portion of this patio, we already have some boxes that are set up there for lights. It's really important for us to have a covered area because here in North Idaho, we get a lot of snow, we get a lot of wind, we get a lot of rain. So to have this here is a total luxury. We can grill, entertain, hang out outside regardless of how the weather is playing out. We are also going to be using the same tongue and groove product that we have on the interior, the great room portion. We plan on running that all the way out and getting it set up on the underside of this overhang just for the sake of consistency, and again, giving that feeling of bringing the outdoors inside and the indoors outside.
As I mentioned before, once we are done with our home build, we are going to move on to a garage because it would be really, really nice to have a garage in here. I don't know that we'll do an attached garage, but hopefully we can at least do a covered walkway leading to the mudroom. So we're thinking 32 by 32 for the garage with a small living space up above. Whether our older son wants to live up there or just for guest quarters, it's just nice to have extra living spaces. So that build will be here with the walkway to the mudroom, and then we'll probably do another walkway that leads to the patio as well.
Yeah, here on the back side of the house, we're hoping to tuck away a propane tank, which I don't know exactly where that's going to go yet, but it'll be back here. You won't be able to see it from the front of the house, which is why we have things situated the way that we do. You can also see that we have everything plumbed and wired up for a heat pump unit that'll also be set here along the back wall of the house. All right, there you go, guys. Hopefully that tour gave you a better sense of things as far as how everything is laid out and situated here in the house. We have a lot of big future plans coming up here in the next year or so, including that detached garage I'm Melissa mentioned. We also want to do a solar setup on the south side of our house at some point. So lots of big things to look forward to.
Yes, lots of big plans and a lot of work ahead of us. So stay tuned to see how it all plays out.
See you guys.